Hiya, Martin here. Thank you for joining me for Turner's Journey episode 6, and a very warm welcome to the end of a fabulous week in the workshop. Thanks for all of your comments at the end of Turner's Journey last week, and once again huge congratulations to Ian, Hillary and Declan, who won the 3 pots of Hampshire Sheen. Thanks for your comments and your feedback and everything else like that, and also once again for all of the comments and feedback on the sanding video. It's great, really great that people are finding my publications useful. Yeah, this week has been hectic in the workshop, following the amazing community wood fair in Southampton, or near Southampton, last week, which was brilliant. It was really good. It was in a woodland, and there were traditional woods people there. There were hurdle makers, basket weavers, whittlers and carvers, and there's a guy on a pole lathe. It was a really super day. The kids ran feral all day, and there was a bloke who was painted green and dressed up like a tree and playing the pipes and stuff. It was really super. Really loved the day. Yeah, so in the workshop this week has been again quite a lot of building work going on. I've finished, or virtually finished, the new lathe station. I've got a few more shelves in here than the original one, but there's a tool rack over there with some space above it for additional tools and stuff as and when I acquire them. I've got a homemade, very badly homemade big mouth dust extractor hood thing, which is a perfect example of why A, I don't teach geometry, and B, why I'm not a flat woodworker or a carpenter. Yeah. And then underneath that is a homemade blast gate, as I found the plastic ones I was using weren't brilliantly light tight. And there's another blast gate and dust extractor thing on the pen lathe, but I'm going to leave all of the new workshopy stuff for another video. Cherry bowl time! Cherry bowl. Right. The cherry bowl is holding its own. It's still not moved. Last week it weighed 1,615 grams. This week it weighs 1,577. And for those of you good at maths, that's a difference of 38 grams. And looking back over the previous weights, the average weight loss for the last 3 weeks has been 37 grams, with the first week losing a magnificent 62. Oh yeah, just heading back to the wood fair, I also had an inquiry for a couple of bowl lessons and some spindle lessons, which I need to follow up today, because I got an email asking for dates, and also the Sapele room dish that I turned last year that Bacon Soda did an interpretation of recently. I sold it. That was really good. Chuffed to bits that I sold that. That was really great. Another thing I'm planning on is doing an open day here in the workshop in a few weeks' time. As you can probably see, I've still got a little bit to do and a little bit of tarting up and faffing around to do, but I want to do an open day where turners can just come along, turn a bowl, have a go on the lathe, meet other turners, and just generally have a little bit of a social for the day. I've got plenty of bowl blanks that you can come and have a play with, pen blanks and stuff. If you want to come and turn some pens, then please do bring your own kits. I can supply some wood, but yeah, you can come and have a go, and just I'll supply the bowl blanks, the coffee, and the biscuits. How about that? But I will think about those details and finalise them in a week or so, which will be cool. Another thing in the workshop, big job, is to close up the garage door. Hampshire Sheen is going quite well at the moment, and I need another workbench. So ideally I need to wall up the garage door and put a door in it, and then I can create another workbench on which I can make Hampshire Sheen. And of course everybody knows wood turners and woodworkers and people with man caves can't have enough workspace. Giveaway. Oh, I've done the giveaway. I've done those. Oh yeah, look, I said a couple of weeks ago that I was getting one of my own t-shirts, and here it is. It's lovely. The fabric feels really nice too. Yeah, To err is human, but to really mess up requires a lathe and a skew chisel, and in my case that is certainly true because I'm still practicing with a skew. Right, yeah, this week I said I would turn something. I haven't turned much because I've been busy sorting out the workshop. But I did turn this yesterday. I had my very first go on an airbrush. I'll do another airbrush video another day. But here is a 10-inch piece of sycamore that I call Golden Fire. And it's been textured, it's been hammered, it's been screwdrivered, it's been dremeled and generally beaten up, sprayed black, and then gold gilt applied to it. So I'm really pleased with that. And there's a video about how I turned this piece coming probably Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Yeah, I'm going to do a sister version of that today, which I think I'm going to call Silver Sea. And tomorrow being Saturday, or rather a few weeks ago, I was asked by the Forest of Beer Woodturners Club if I'd be interested in demonstrating, and of course I said yes. They weren't planning on anything probably until next year, but I received an email the other day saying could I possibly go down on Saturday, which is tomorrow, to go and meet them and say hello and possibly do a little demonstration. And of course I said yes, and it'll be wonderful to go down and meet them and chat with people, basically. I can't remember if I mentioned it last week because I haven't watched episode 5 properly, because I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I started publishing an online Turner's magazine called Turner's Rest, which you can find at turnersrest.com. It's completely free and it shares some of the internet's most popular and read wood turning blog posts, web pages, that particular week's photographs and videos and stuff like that, and that's completely free. So head on over to turnersrest.com. You can subscribe to the news. You can subscribe to the newsletter. So every Sunday when it comes out, you'll receive a notification to say that the new edition of Turner's Rest is available. It's completely free, and I quite enjoy reading it myself. Actually, I edit it a bit each night for that week's content. And yeah, it's been really good. Loads about forestry this week. There's been a forestry world conference or whatever it is in Durban, South Africa. So there's a few posts about that, and I've added a section about the environment as well, and that kind of thing. 'Cause I think it will be of interest. And finally, I think that's finally. Oh yeah, Hampshire Sheen. If you have ordered Hampshire Sheen. Here are the 100ml pots and 250ml pot. The 400ml pots only arrived about half an hour ago, so I've got to make some more Hampshire Sheen. Oh yes, I must say a huge thank you to David Guy, who's on YouTube as Broadside Guy. The other day he sent me these 6 pen blanks. They arrived completely out of the blue. I had no idea they were coming, and I'm really touched, Dave, so thank you very much indeed for sending these to me. I will do a creative pen video for you in the coming weeks, I promise, and I will use one of your pen blanks to demonstrate whatever technique I decide to do. Really touched, so yeah, thank you very much, Dave. I really genuinely appreciate the gift. Thank you. And was there anything else? I've done that. Oh yeah. Next week I'm going to get as much turning done as I can, as well as doing a little bit more on the workshop. And I've got a big pyrography piece that I need to do for my cousin's wedding, which is next Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to that. And John Hoeing on Facebook's Woodchuckers, at the moment I'm knackered. That's knackered is a colloquial term for being tired or being very tired. So John Hoeing, at the moment I'm knackered, and next Saturday night I will be knackered and plastered. Plastered, ask Tom Stratton. He will explain all. that's about it for this week. Other than the fact, I'm sorry if I sound a bit funny, but my wonderful girlfriend, who I love dearly, decided that she would like to share her cold with me. So yeah, I'm a bit bunged up at the moment, but never mind, I feel fine, I can still turn, I can still do everything, and it's not man flu. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. If you've got any comments, queries, or feedback, then please do leave it below in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. I post at least one video a week, being mainly Turner's Journey, but wherever possible each week I also do a turning and finishing video like this one for Golden Fire. Yeah, that's it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all again next week for Turner's Journey episode 7. Bye for now.